What's going on? This is Dr. Ferguson, 2004 Olympian. I want to go over some gripping drills for control and domination from a sleeve control position. This is a dual educational emphasis for uke and for tori. You can also find me at TampaFloridaJudo.com, as I'm the head instructor of Tampa Florida Judo. Now, here are the keys for the drill for tori. First, you want to maintain sleeve control. Secondly, you want to aggressively look at placing the second hand on the gi, and you also want to understand how to utilize kouchi guard in order to do that. For uke needs to understand the importance of framing and linking the same framing connection to the framing from the half guard position in newaza. If you really pay attention to gripping, there is essentially no difference in terms of the gripping that is done in newaza or the gripping that is done in tachiwaza, in terms of it being a systematic approach. So the first thing you want to do is you want to understand the importance of framing during this drill. Then you want to understand that even when out-gripped for a moment, okay, that posture is important. You have to maintain your posture in order to recover. If you bend down, it's over. You're going to get hit with sumegaishi, with a possible kouchi guard, or maybe an ouchi. So you even want to understand that it's important to maintain your posture even when out gripped. And thirdly, you want to introduce what we call the international overhand lefts and overhand rights. The way that gripping is done on the international level is a lot more aggressive than it is done on the stateside and local levels. The individual who was in the video with me, a young man by the name of Connor, he ended up getting elbowed in the eye, and he got his lip busted a little bit, and he was bleeding. And he did find out that when you end up grip fighting hard, that more often than not, some people end up bleeding. I mean, it happens to me too. And even during the drills, I kind of got hit in the nose a little bit. This happens. This is why we do it in a controlled fashion, so that we're not just swinging our arms all over the place. We make sure that the people who are gripping are actually, quote-unquote, professional grippers, or working their way towards being professional grip fighters. All right? So the one thing I also want to tell you what this drill does not cover. This drill doesn't cover everything. It doesn't cover framing and then putting your hands back on the gi. This is a compartmentalized drill in order to learn how to frame, not duck, maintain your posture, and it's also a drill for tori to understand that he must aggressively put his second hand on the gi, create movement, and look to attack. All right? Here's the drill. As you can see, I have my hand on the sleeve. I reach over top, Connor frames, he frames, and I move into a kouchi position and then create movement. Once again, I look to put my right hand over top, he frames, then I do the kouchi to create movement. Now, here's what you want to understand. The kouchi is essentially done to reduce his height, okay? If you look at it as being a triangle, an isosceles triangle, if you will. When you widen the base, the height of the triangle is lowered. So that area which was sitting there, which is the new delta, the area that was sitting there in which he was blocking your hand is no longer available because his height has been reduced. So that area is now available for you to put your hand into and over top his back. One, you threaten, and then you act like you're threatening, and you take a step out, and you hit the kouchi. Act like you're threatening. Threaten, and you take a step out, and when he frames, the kouchi lowers him by widening the base, and then when the base is widened, and then he has to work on what's called his kinesthetic awareness by understanding where he is, where his body is in 3 dimensions. He has to catch himself so he doesn't fall down. In that time that he's doing that, you put the hand on top of the gi, and before he can settle in, you create movement, and then from here you can continue to create movement, or you can initiate the attack of your choice. I hope you enjoyed the drill. You're more than welcome to go back and look at it again. This is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson of Tampa Florida Judo. You can give us a call if you're ever in the area at 813-501-2827, We would love to have you stop by and get 30 days of free training. Take care and have a great day.